Hey,
Hey, we're back.
he is in my house again for the third day in
How
a
does it
row.
how does it feel that I spent my whole weekend with you?
Feels gay. Feels really fucking gay. I'm gonna be honest here. I didn't like it one bit. I never want to do this again at all.
Oh yeah, I don't think we're gonna my whole weekend with you.
It was very gross and disgusting.
Yeah.
Very woke. After you see is now woke. Just staggering how it came to this situation. But
Yep.
yeah. So another podcast.
Yep.
Again,
Why
what
not?
do you do?
Yeah.
I like how at this point in time, like, we do so many podcasts, but then like a few years ago, like we were just like,
Really?
we haven't done a podcast in like 2 years. We should do this again. And now this is episode number 53.
Yep.
Yeah, almost to 100. It's
Yeah.
gonna be actually. Wait, what's the series with the most? Okay, so this is officially the second longest series
Yeah.
on the channel. Sims has since moved to
50.
third place,
Yep.
and
It's Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild is first. Yeah.
All right, so we got another. Did the podcast survive that we talked about them? I don't think the Oreos.
Did the podcast survive?
Yeah, because I know there was like the shutdown and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know. I didn't do anything with that.
Okay.
With a failed attempt.
Okay, so for context, here's these. As of recording, I think they're only going to be around for a couple more weeks before they're gone for good.
Mm-hmm.
These limited edition Super Mario Brothers Oreos.
Yeah.
That are very delicious and
very nutritious as well.
yes.
Good for the body. They have lots of milk in them.
So, why we get another box? Well, one, these are limited edition. We gotta take advantage of that.
I have to take advantage
Secondly,
of the Super Mario cookies.
Secondly, on the box it says there are 16 designs on each cookie. In our first box, we only found 14 out of 16. We're just missing Matt's Mario Kart main, Bowser Jr. and Spike.
Spike.
Yeah, those are the ones we were missing. And I'm very angry that we didn't get all of them in one box.
It's so weird.
So I'm gonna
open Spike is one of them.
Yeah. And not Waluigi or Wario or
Rosalina.
No Peach.
Is there not a Peach one?
No, there's no Peach.
Really?
Nope.
What? And there's a coin one? Oh my fucking god! Why would they do this? Hang on, let me see it. So, you keep talking.
I was trying to find where the lift is to open it.
It's next to Yoshi.
Oh, you found it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was here. It must be hidden really well then.
Also, it's also kind of sticky to the package. Okay.
All right.
I did not mean to cough on them immediately.
Okay, I thought like one was gone. I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Alright.
Okay, you go first.
But specifically, Matt needs to be the one that finds Bowser Jr.
Yeah, I need to be the one who finds it.
I got Piranha Plant.
You got Piranha Plant? Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna hold off on eating so that you can eat, and then once you're done, I'll eat, and then you can talk about your Oreo eating experience, I guess. I don't know. It's such a, original experience that has never been done before.
We did a taste test initially, but
you'll never believe what they taste like. They taste like Oreo cookies.
They're actually double stuffed, though.
Which taste like Oreo double stuffed cookies.
I think they are bigger, though. I'm not sure. I think they might be bigger than regular ones, but I'm not really sure.
What was the one you just picked up?
Piranha Plant.
Again?
Oh, no. I don't know.
Oh, it was the Oreo side?
I was just comparing the sizes.
I see. I will dig in now. I'm gonna go on the left. I got Fireflower.
I'm gonna be very upset if Spike or Bowser Jr. is not in this box.
It's just like the blue M&M in this. Oh my god.
Mario.
I'm only gonna give this like probably one more try, cause like I almost didn't want to do the session because I have like a slight headache right now, and the last thing I need is to eat cookies. So, and it was also caused by a cookie, cause I've been eating Milano cookies.
Those are so good. Milanos are so fucking
They
good.
used to be so much better, but now they just kind of taste so dull.
They fell off.
I have you ever tried the spearmint Milanos before? They are so much better than like the milk chocolate ones. Because I first had the spearmint ones like when I was super young, and I just was like, this is the best thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Fuck. Coin.
Coin. I thought you picked up Bowser Jr. and I got so scared.
If I do, I might just put it back and just be like, I never saw it.
You just shoot me in the head and was like, I didn't do anything. I didn't pick up anything. You can go after me now.
I also think for this podcast, since we talked so much last podcast, I think it's time we finally browse through Reddit. I want to hear some spicy stories. I think it's time. A little more laid back, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I fell asleep watching listening to one last night, and what the fuck? Apparently, I saw the title and I liked what the post was, and I was like, okay, maybe there's an okay. I found the AITA thread. Okay. So I saw this. So the title was, "My wife threw out my flowers, so I destroyed her late husband's wedding ring." And I was like, okay, there has to be some rational explanation for this. How did we get here? Apparently, this guy married this woman whose husband died, and he does not want her husband to exist, her late husband's memory to exist at all.
Oh my god.
So he because at the end he posts like a conversation they had, and she literally said how he never wanted any pictures of him in his house or anything. But so he wanted to do something. So at first he wanted to do something for Valentine's Day, and then she got emotionally triggered by it because she was like, I celebrated with my husband who's dead, and it's not emotionally something that I want to celebrate anymore. And he was like, okay, cool. But then they get married, and then he's like, she's obviously over him. She never talks about him or anything. So he spends $100 on flowers, and she throws it in the fucking trash. So he has a fucking temper tantrum, and the only thing she has left of him is his wedding ring, and he fucking smashes it with a fucking hammer, and she divorces his ass.
God damn. Yeah,
I'm just gonna say, because we talked about it yesterday, the only thing I have left of my friend is a painting, and if my fiance, wife, or whatever smashes that shit, I would divorce them too.
Yeah.
And he was being such an asshole about it. Obviously, but he was like, you're married to me now, not him. Like, he's dead. Get over it. Like, oh,
well,
hell.
if he never died, then she wouldn't have been with you.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking crazy. Okay, I'm gonna look now. I'm surprised I found the thread so quickly. I'm gonna find the most spicy one that I haven't listened to before.
That is super insane.
I can only see one post.
Honestly, depending on how well this goes, like how well this Reddit thing goes, like we should make this like a separate series.
Reddit.
Industry, like
That's how our channel blows up.
yeah, just crazy ass fucking stories that happen to people.
Maybe if I can. I don't know why it won't show me the other thread. Why it just shows me a meme? Do I have to make an account to join?
Sometimes you have to have a Reddit account to view Reddit. From what I could tell, the few times I went there, and I was like, no, I don't want to sign in to view anything here. And that was.
Oh, I found another one. Okay, these ones have actually. Okay, I can view them.
Are you done with the Oreos for now?
Why?
Because I don't want them to fucking get stale.
I'll put them down now.
You know the thing that food does?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking cracker.
I just saw a meme today of like a baby eating one and it said cannibalism on it. I'm trying to find a good one.
Okay. I'll pause the recording, and then once
there's a lot of good ones. I just want to pick the right one.
Okay.
That sounds the most spiciest in the. Okay, I'll do this one, I guess.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for screaming at my husband and his sister to get out of my kitchen? Okay, so before we start, I just want to. I know a lot of people when they see these, they're like, "Oh, these are so fake," but we're gonna react to it and read it as if it were real, at face value, as you can say, as if this was actually real. I could care less.
Yeah.
But okay, am I the asshole for screaming at my husband and his sister to get out of my kitchen? My husband's sister, 38, lives with us and our kids. I'm well beyond fed up with her being here because of food issues. That's the only reason. We're off to a lovely start. So basically, every single time I make food, his sister will come in and doctor up the food I'm making to her liking. Like, I made steak and shrimp the other day, like Applebee's, and she waited until I left the room to put a full stick of butter in my shrimp that was already done, and when I came back in, she goes, "I'm pretty sure that's the taste you were looking for," and completely ruined it. It was trash. Or whenever I make spaghetti, she will start dumping sugar into the sauce to a point of sweet spaghetti that me and my kids outright refuse to touch because it's nasty. Every single time that she can get away with it, she's doing something to the food. Anyways, my husband has started doing the same thing. I went to make homemade mac last night and cheeseburgers. I went to the basement, to the chest freezer to grab the veggies I needed, and when I came back upstairs, my husband was putting canned chicken in the mac and cheese. He knows the kids absolutely hate the taste of that. And his sister has pushing blocks of blue cheese into the partially cooked burgers. I asked what the fuck they thought they were doing, because I've told them so many times to stop fucking with the food, and neither of them had any good excuse other than, "We were just helping." I flipped out and told them to get the fuck out of my kitchen. Both of them told me I was overreacting, etc., etc. The thing is, I've openly asked my sister-in-law to cook several times, and she won't. But she won't stop fucking with the food I'm making. My husband cooks often, and I don't care if he screws with food he makes, but it royally pisses me off when the cooking is messed with, and he knows that. Am I the asshole?
No.
What the fuck?
In my opinion, no.
Dog, who puts... I'm Italian, right? Who the fuck puts sugar in the sauce? Like a large amount, like absurd.
That seems
when I read like Doctor Up, I thought it was gonna be like she's like like don't like being like so like controlling that it was like a pair like. But no, I guess they're just like fucking with her food.
Yeah.
What the fuck? If that were me, I would have been like, yeah, get the fuck out of my kitchen. I'm sick of your shit.
Yeah, that's just. I feel like it's very rude to mess with people's cooking.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's just like, why are you doing this to my?
Especially that the husband is aware that like they like canned chicken and mac and cheese. Fucking really, and he knows his kids hate it, so he's just like, okay, I'll just
fucking.
If you wanna, then you fucking cook. If you think like her cooking's not good enough and you want to tamper with it, just fucking cook yourself then.
All
right. Next, let's see. Ooh, this one's a good one. Am I the asshole for quote unquote losing my passport to avoid babysitting on my vacation? Ooh.
Oh.
I, female 17, still live at home. My sister, 28, is married and has 2 kids, 5 and 3. Whenever she comes over to visit my parents, and her stick me with the kids.
What?
That's how they wrote it. This wouldn't be a problem, except she doesn't visit for an evening. She will come for a week, and for that week, I'm an unpaid nanny. If we go out to a restaurant, I have to establish them because my mom needs to talk to my sister and brother-in-law. You get the picture. My parents decided that since this was my last summer, before I became an adult, we would be going to Disneyland to celebrate my graduation. I asked who was going, and they said it was just the 3 of us. But when we got to the airport, my sister and her family were there. Strangely enough, they were also going to Disneyland. I went into my backpack and grabbed my passport. I put it in my sock. When we got to the international security, I couldn't find it. We looked everywhere. I had to Uber home, and I missed my flight. Oh well, I get to stay home by myself for a week of peace and quiet. The parents were very mad at me for losing my passport. The money they spent on my flight and entrance was wasted. Darn. My mom and sister had both been posting about how hard it is to be at Disneyland with 2 little ones. They both posted that I ruined the vacation by being so thoughtless. My dad says he knows why I did, and he understands. But he says I shouldn't have let him know, so he didn't waste money. He said he wouldn't have gone along with my ruse. I feel bad about wasting money, but I have been to Disneyland before. I will go again later by myself or with friends. That's the end of it.
Cool.
Very cool.
I don't blame her.
I don't either. They just
yeah.
take you for granted and just to leave you with the fucking little shits.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really much insight that I can count on that. Yeah, this is really...
That is, that's really about it, honestly.
Oh yeah, it says, the original poster has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I intentionally misplaced my passport, so I cannot join my parents and my sister's family on a vacation where I would be forced to babysit. I might be the asshole for making them waste money. I mean, yeah, flights are expensive, but at the same time, if you're going on a vacation, you should be relaxing, not babysitting the little shits.
I completely agree.
Ooh, would I be the asshole if I go on vacation instead of my brother's wedding? The brother must have done something really fucked up then, or this guy's actually the asshole. We have not found one that was the asshole yet. That's usually what the threat is. Is it turns out they're actually not the asshole in most contexts. Sometimes they are. All right. My brother Tom, 36 male, and I, 26 female. I never had a really solid relationship due to our age gap, and we didn't spend much time. And by the time I was old enough to develop a personality, he was moved out of the house. For the last 2 years, my brother and his fiancée, Sarah, 32 female, have been planning their wedding, and it's coming up in September. I was asked to be a bridesmaid. I figured I was only asked as a courtesy, since I'm her soon-to-be sister-in-law, but I still took it seriously. I have been a bridesmaid for the last 2 years. Just a few weeks ago, I managed to save up to buy the $800 bridesmaid dress. Overall, in the last 2 years, between group outings to parties, dinners, lunches, clothes, etc., I spent thousands of dollars. Eventually, all the girls in the wedding and I became extremely close, and I started to get hyped for the wedding. Sarah recently got close with her brother's wife, Becky, 30 female. Last week, she dropped the ball on me that she no longer wants me to be a bridesmaid and she would prefer if Becky would take my place. It broke my heart a little, but it's her wedding, and it's not my place to tell her how to run it. So I said it was fine. Yesterday, I went to my brother's house to pick up the bridesmaid's dress, and was going to see if I could return it since it was within the time frame. Sarah was completely appalled and said that Becky was going to wear it since she and I are the same size.
Okay.
I said that would be fine, but they would have to pay me the $800 for it. Sarah said that Becky couldn't afford, and I should just be nice and let her use it, and said that I could keep it after the wedding.
For what reason?
I explained that I'm not just going to give away the dress, and I'm not ever going to use after the wedding. After some bickering back and forth, I just ended up taking it and leaving. My brother and Sarah tried to compromise with me and say I could be the assistant flower girl.
Okay.
And I felt offended at the offer. After I said no, they then said that Becky could give me $250 for it. Again, no, and I returned the dress and got a full refund. I told them I understand that it's their wedding, but they are being extremely disrespectful to me, and I don't need to deal with it, and I'm not going to the wedding. Today, my coworker says she has an extra round-trip plane ticket to go to Miami that she'll sell to me for half price. Plus, I would have to pay for half the hotel, and I can go hang out with her in Florida. The only downside is that I'll be in Florida for the week of my brother's wedding. So will I be the asshole if I just go to the party in Miami instead of going to my brother's wedding?
Well, now that we know the context as to why they are not going to the wedding, no.
Oh. You're already pretty much estranged with your brother enough, but I want to see how long the fiance's known Becky, because if they just met, right, and it's yeah, you're the bridesmaid, and I would have been like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
An assistant flower girl, she's 26. Flower girls are fucking toddlers, and probably the oldest you can be a flower girl is probably 12 or something.
Yeah.
Fucking 26. I'll steal it again. I just want a Oreo during the intermission. I got Yoshi.
Epic. Yeah, that's a load of shit.
And the audacity to be yeah, she's gonna wear your bridesmaid dress.
But she's not gonna pay for it.
Yeah, she's not gonna pay.
You have to give it for free. Okay, no. I wouldn't have even argued. I'd just be like, no, you're gonna pay me, or else I'm gonna fucking take this back, and you're gonna pay for your own dress.
Yeah, I think she should go party the fuck up in Miami. Go get fucked up.
Yeah.
While your brother's getting married. I think that's the ultimate alpha move.
Hey.
see, there's... Alright, another wedding one. Alright. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter I will not be walking her down the aisle unless she invites her siblings and their families to her wedding? Man, before I start, I just want to say, a big pet peeve of mine are bridezillas. I cannot stand, like, you know what I'm talking about.
What?
Like, brides just before the wedding, just wanting everything to be so fucking perfect, and even though it'll make them look like a complete fucking asshole and ruin friendships and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I read one once where, like, this bride did not want her like relative or something to not be a bridesmaid because she had cancer and was bald, and she wanted everyone to have hair. Like, yeah.
So, get a wig at least, compromise or something? I don't know.
Like, that's really fucked up. Okay, here we go. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter I'll not be walking her down the aisle unless she invites her siblings and their families to her wedding? And it says they were not the asshole. I guess that was voted, but find out and we'll assess for ourselves. I, 56 male, have 5 children. This is about 3 of them. Casey, 26 female, Alex, 31 non-binary, and Tom, 34 male. The names are not their true names. Yeah, no shit. My daughter Casey is getting married this winter to her fiancé Max, 27M, who she has been together with for about 4 years. I am covering the majority of the wedding expenses, as Max's family lives in a different country, and with the currency exchange rate, they won't be able to afford the wedding and both to come to the wedding. It's sad. I have no issues with it and just want my little girl to be happy. Last week, while Casey was away, my children, Alex and Tom, came to visit with their families, and we were talking about wedding invitations. I was surprised to hear that they haven't received their wedding invitations, so I just thought that Casey hasn't sent them out yet for everyone, until my oldest and youngest daughters pointed out that they have received their invitations with their kids and partners invited. I called my sister, who also said Casey has invited their whole family to the wedding too, and she received hers a while back, so I immediately saw red. Both Alex and Tom have husbands and have children. Adopted. I know where this is going.
Wait, so their kids are adopted? Or?
They're both Alex and Tom are gay and have adopted children.
Oh. Okay.
And it seemed Casey has excluded them because of their choices. It also seemed weird since Casey has always been close to them and supported them when they came out as non-binary and gay, respectively. I have called Casey and demanded an explanation. My daughter said that Max and his family don't feel comfortable with couples that are not traditional, and it goes against their culture, and that she hopes for my understanding. I have told her that if that's the case, I will not be walking her down the aisle and pull out from paying for her wedding. She cannot exclude her family like this when they did nothing wrong. And if her future in-law's opinion is so important to her, they can pay for the wedding. As a result, Casey has called me an asshole and hanged up crying. My children are on my side. My wife is torn as she understands where Casey comes from, but she agrees she shouldn't have excluded her siblings like this. Edit. I just want to add something about my wife. When I said she is torn and gets where Casey is coming from, it doesn't mean that she supports Casey's decision to exclude her siblings. She doesn't approve it in the slightest. However, as a mother of our children, she feels she should be there for all of her children if they need her or want to talk, even if she doesn't agree with their choices. She is still deeply hurt by what Casey has said, as she absolutely adores Alex's and Tom's husbands and their children. Wow. What a bitch.
Right?
What I'm trying to think is, what fucking culture... Okay. I don't mean to assume, but I'm just gonna assume that Casey's fiance is a Muslim. Because if their culture does not allow gay people.
A Muslim named Max.
Well, they're fake names, so.
Yeah.
So it's either like. I'm just trying to figure out, because it's like what. It's either Muslim or they like literally come from like they're literally in like a country with like at the heart of religion. For like example, like they're from Italy and they're like very heavily Catholic or Christian, whatever. Or like they're
Orthodox.
yeah. But that's fucking crazy. I would have been like, who the. I would have. This dad's not the asshole.
No,
he did the right.
He's sticking it for his children.
Yeah.
He's not the asshole at all.
But it's like, why the fuck are you marrying this? Like, that's just my problem. It's like, why the fuck are you marrying a guy who has a completely different culture with you and that like won't allow people in your family?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me. People do dumb shit. Let's see if there's. Okay, I'm scrolling down to see if there's more. Because I was looking at like the top posts. Some of these just came out today. Ooh. Ooh, this one posted 6 hours ago. Am I the asshole for not staying with my wife during her C-section even after she asked? Ooh, we need to know the context here. We need to see some context. I don't like the operating room, and at some point of my life,
dog.
Dog's reading it now. At some point in my life, hospital. When my ex-wife had her C-section, ooh. Don't tell me they got divorced over this. Had her C-section. She had
Hang on. I need to fucking calm my dog down. Hang on. Okay.
Okay. Should I just start over? Or?
No.
Where did I leave off? Okay.
C-section.
When my ex-wife had her C-section, she had a complication and hovered between life and death for a long time. It was a horrible experience to feel so helpless. Currently, I deal with this in therapy. Several things have improved, but going into an operating room is a big no-no for me. When my ex had her second child, I was very nervous and she asked me to wait outside the operating room. When my current wife and I decided to try to have children, I made it very clear that I didn't care what her choice of delivery was. But C-section I would not enter. But that I would stay by her side at all times, except for operation. She agreed and eventually became pregnant. I don't know why this dude's smashing if he's scared of going to the delivery room or whatever. She decided in the middle of the pregnancy that it would be a C-section, and I said that was fine. But I remembered my limitation. She understood and invited her mother to take my place. Okay.
Reasonable.
On the day of the surgery, before she had an C-section, she asked me to come in with her because she wanted a moment of our own. I apologized and said that this was my limit and that I couldn't. She said, "Fine, I'll go with my mother then," and had a crying face. I tried talking to her, but to no avail, and my mother-in-law kept looking at me disgusted. Anyway, I don't think it would have been a hell because I was very nervous, and it definitely wouldn't have helped at all inside the operating room. Everything went well, and our daughter was born beautiful and healthy. I was already at the exit of the operating room waiting for them, and I didn't leave their side. Later, when we were alone, my wife said that I abandoned her at a vulnerable time and left her alone when she needed me the most. I tried talking to her, but she said that now we need to focus on our daughter. But she was disappointed in me as a partner. Apparently, my mother-in-law told family members what I did, and I'm being criticized. My wife and I have only talked about the baby, and this has been going on for a week now. Am I the asshole? Extra, in the case of my ex, it was a C-section and parts mandatory. The first no, the second yes. And my wife's elective. Yes, in my country, C-section can be a choice as long as the pregnant woman is aware of the risks. Whew. I'm sorry, buddy. I think you're gonna get the divorce. If that daughter wasn't born, you'd be getting a divorce.
I'm on neither of those sides.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I was a husband, obviously people have their fears and disgusting things that they don't like, but
Mm-hmm.
I think like if I got to that point, I would be absolutely thrilled to have a daughter or a son,
Yeah.
or whatever, fucking python snake or whatever, and I would do anything in my power to be in the room at the very least.
Yeah, I would too. Like I would. I probably wouldn't look, but I would still be in the room.
Oh yeah, looking is optional.
Yeah.
Like if you're feeling risky that day, feel free to look, obviously,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah, you need to be brave for your. You need to be brave for your.
That is
for your
quite
kids.
honestly a pussy move.
Yeah, you kind of do need to be brave for your kids.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the asshole. I just think he couldn't have just handled this better.
He could have,
Faced his fears.
Yeah, face his fears and just act not tough, like in a, oh, you need to be tough like a tough man. Like no,
Mm-hmm.
it's his fucking like kid. Like have some balls, I guess. I don't know. I'm not trying to sound like an asshole to him because I know
Mm-hmm.
operating rooms are scary, but like it's just come on, kids being born, like so dumb.
Ooh, this one's good for us. Am I the asshole for not taking my niece to see the Barbie movie?
Okay. Let's do predictions as to why.
Woke agenda.
Okay, my prediction is not the woke, but it's just like
I'm not saying there was a woke agenda. I'm just saying they're
No.
gonna blame the woke agenda.
yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm not. Yeah,
Classic Benji.
for me, it's probably the parents like not like letting the person know beforehand, and they have plans or something like that.
Oh yeah, I could see that too.
Just like schedule mix-ups.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for one of these stories that has like the twist asshole like that. Like it seems like they're not at first, but then they are, and you're like, oh, okay, now I see what's
Yeah.
going on. Okay, am I the asshole for not taking my niece to see the Barbie movie? I, female 19, have two nieces, Kayla 11 and Violet 5. Kayla is the daughter of my brother, male 29. I was trying to do the. I was like, Violet is the daughter of my sister, Emma, female 27. Yesterday, I took Kayla to see the new Barbie movie as a treat for her 11th birthday. I think you might have been right. Which was actually a few days ago, and I planned it with my brother. A few days ago, Emma found out about these plans and asked if I'd take Violet as well, because she loves Barbie. I said that she and Violet are welcome to tag along, and she said no, she's not coming, only Violet. I gently said no because respectfully I want to relax on my day off work and enjoy the movie, and I don't feel like watching Violet. Not only is she younger and less independent, but she's autistic and can be quite a handful. I didn't say this to Emma, but she knows. I could see Emma was getting annoyed, and she said I'd only be watching Violet during the movie, and it's only such a small ask. I told her no, and that's that. She said I'm excluding Violet for no reason, and that I'm playing favorites. And I don't have to deal with Violet being sad, that she can't go see the movie with us. But said I obviously don't care because I'm so selfish. This upset me a lot, and I told Emma to just drop it, but she won't. She says that I never offered to babysit Violet, but don't have any issue taking Kayla to activities. My brother got involved and he said to Emma if she wants me to spend time with Violet so bad, she can bring her own daughter to the movies with us and pay for their own tickets. This has all snowballed into a massive family rift as my parents got involved too and said that Emma has every right to be upset and I really should just bring Violet and that it would make Violet really happy. I ended up only taking Kayla and she had a blast, but the situation has gotten me feeling so crap and I just need to know if I was really right or wrong. A lot to unpack there.
Yeah. That was more complex than Oppenheimer. So the situation was they were trying to like force him to be like bringing Violet on like his day off.
On her, it's a woman, by the way.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
To bring Violet with her to the movies to see Barbie.
Yeah.
On her day off.
Mm-hmm. But she already planned ahead and was bringing Kayla.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is.
So
I because she's on the spectrum, since I am on, so I do feel sympathy for the little girl, but at the same time, 5-year-olds in movie theaters are just not a good combo.
Yeah, and like she's not going to the movie.
Like 5-year-olds are little shits.
Yeah.
She's gonna be crying, screaming. She's gonna be fucking moving around in her seat because she's so fucking hyper. So I don't blame them for excluding her.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that the mother doesn't want to spend time with her really shows that what her mother's like too.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, because the girl, the original poster literally said you can come with us. The two of you can come with us, no problem. And she's like, well, I don't want to go. Like, you just want her to babysit. That's all you want her to do.
Tough shit. I don't know. Kill yourself. Cry about it. Bitch.
Gonna cry. Am I the asshole for telling my dad to fuck off? Whoa, I want to hear this one. All right, let's see the context. My 19 female and mom, 43 female, died of acute myeloid leukemia yesterday. I won't go into specifics, but I will say her death was expected and dreaded for a year. I have a bad feeling about this one. The issue is, I haven't shown much emotion towards it. I'm still in shock and denial. I put up a pretty good front with my emotions, and I've just gotten used to feeling them in private and putting on a brave face. Of course, I loved my mom, and I'm mourning her, but I just don't like crying in front of people. I am always open and honest about how I'm feeling, but this is a feeling not easily described. I've never lost someone so close to me. When my dad asks me how I'm feeling, I just say sad or I don't know, in a more articulate way. But yesterday he tried to provoke a reaction from me, saying stuff like, "You're never going to see her again. You're never going to hear her voice again. Aren't you sad?" And I just snapped and said, "Fuck off. You're a fucking piece of shit. You don't know how I feel, and I feel like I really... Oh, you're a fucking piece of shit. You don't know how I feel, and I feel like I really hurt him." He even admitted to trying to poke and prod to get a reaction out of me because crying is good for you. It's the fact my mother just passed away, and he's sitting there trying to make me feel worse because he thinks I don't feel sad about it, because I don't shed a tear in front of people. Am I the asshole?
No.
There's more. They were ETA. I don't know what that stands for, but they were ETA.
ETA?
It might be like just like maybe like extra.
Extra
I guess.
tits. Anyone?
They were
extra tits. Anyone?
They were divorced for 17 years after spending 4 years together. All they did was fight 80% of the time. I don't know if it's relevant, but it gives insight to their relationship. Whew.
That kind of adds to stuff.
So, yeah. Why would he do this?
Yeah, he's definitely more of the asshole. Because people deal with death differently, sadness differently,
Yeah.
mourning differently. Sometimes
Like,
people are just not comfortable showing emotions like
yeah,
that.
in my adult life, it's been more difficult to cry about tough shit than. So I see where she's coming from, that she doesn't. But just him just provoking her just to get a reaction.
To get a fucking reaction, like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, she was completely right to do that in the moment. And knowing that the parents were not really the best to each other, like, kind of just adds to, like, more of the lure, I guess, of the parents' relationship. So there's the possibility that the dad was just, like, doesn't really care about the mother anyways, and was just, like, trying to make the daughter sad for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, the dad's kind of the asshole. Not kind of, he is the asshole, but
Yeah.
really fucked.
Okay. Here's another good one. Am I the asshole for trying to tell my friend he's not a millionaire?
No.
I feel like there's gonna be some
Okay.
Andrew Tate, some Andrew Tate energy in this one.
So random.
My friend thinks he's hot shit since he inherited his grandparents' home. It's a large house worth approximately $1 million. He rents out several bedrooms to make up for the taxes because he can't afford the upkeep of the home on his own. He went to the club and introduced himself to a couple of girls as an investment advisor and took them back to his place to have and swim in the pool. He told the girls he's a millionaire and basically lied to them for some sex. I told him it's cringe because he's not even a millionaire, just because his house is worth it. My friend laughed in my face, saying, since the home is an asset and is paid off, technically he is a millionaire. And he decides to sell his house today. I told him houses aren't liquid assets, so it's not really like he's one. He blocked me and all of our other friends act like he blocked me, and all of our friends act like I'm an asshole for even saying anything, but I think it's deceiving and cringe for him to go around telling everyone he's a millionaire when he just inherited dead people's property.
It's like, that's just all so funny. Like, that's like a fucking, like, that's like a comedy show bit. Like an episode of some show.
You're not a fucking millionaire. Shut the fuck up. I just inherited my fucking dead grandpa's house that's worth $1 million. If I sold it right now, I'd be a fucking millionaire, even though that's how it fucking works.
Just so dumb.
Oh, the next one. Oh. Am I the asshole for saying fuck no to a dog and taking it to the pound? Ooh. I, 38 male, generally like dogs, but in small doses. Understandable. I grew up with them, but they weren't the most positive thing to me growing up. My wife has similar sentiments about owning pets, and they aren't something either of us ever wanted. We have 2 daughters, aged 8 and 10. Mm-hmm. My sister, 33 female, has grown up to be a classic dog mom and loves her dogs more than anything. She is also very close with my daughters. Well, the other day, my sister took my daughters out shopping. They came home with a puppy. I see it and I'm pissed. My sister is like, look what I bought them. My girls were asking if I liked it. I tell them I tell them, can you take the puppy out front and play with it? They do. My sister is like, are you going to keep the dog? I respond, fuck no. You know what? You know we don't want a dog. It's not staying, and you are telling the girls that it's your new puppy. Take it back, keep it. I don't give a fuck. It's not staying here. She says I don't need to be so hostile, calls me an asshole, and leaves. I'm livid. I call the girls and they are happy. My heart broke telling them we can't keep this dog. The look from happiness to sadness is something I'm never going to forget. Your aunt tricked you and this dog isn't yours. Well, they did not go over great and they both went to their room crying. I took the dog straight to the pound. I gave my sister one more opportunity to keep it, but she said her lease won't allow another dog. But she called me evil before hanging up. Am I the asshole? Edit. I don't know where my sister got it from. I found a recommendation on Nextdoor and took it there. I don't believe there are kill shelters in my area anyway. What the fuck?
I'm gonna be honest. I think. Okay.
I don't think he's an asshole.
He's an asshole to an extent, but I understand why he wouldn't want it because it's a lot of responsibility.
Also, it's just for the fact that his aunt just basically forced it upon them when something like a pet is like a huge family decision.
Yeah.
In the household, not her decision.
Yeah.
She
doesn't even live there.
Yeah, and like dogs are expensive, so she literally went out of her way to fucking buy a fucking puppy. If she got it from like a non-breeder, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. Like, adopt, don't shop. But that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But I do think he was an asshole for this. Like, I mean, I understand, but I think. I think he could have handled it a bit better, but
definitely, because it wasn't that serious to begin with.
Maybe you'll like it, but
yeah.
At least it's not. If it was a kill shelter, I would have been like, "Oh hell no!"
Mm-hmm.
It's like, am I the asshole for buying noise canceling earbuds to tune my wife out in the morning? I am 32 and male. My wife is 36. We have been married for 5 years now. I work in a job where every morning I have different tools and items to prepare. On some days, I'll be working at an office building. Other days, I'll be in a meeting, and occasionally I'll be working at someone's house. Each job requires different tools. Each day requires different preparations to go smoothly. My wife has a very bad habit of following me around with miscellaneous items, chosen haphazardly, asking if I need them that day or not. She seems to think that she's helping me, but she only distracts me and has caused me to forget things I actually did need at times. The issue is she won't do it once or twice. She'll rapid fire out ideas, and when I thank her but tell her I don't need any help, she just goes, yeah, but how about this, as she holds up a new item. I've tried sitting her down and explaining to her that she's not helping me, but she keeps doing it. The low point came last week when she got really stuck on a carton of yogurt I had bought. She noticed the expiration date was coming up in 4 days and asked me when I was gonna eat it. I said later. Then she asked me if I wanted it for lunch. I said yogurt that had been sitting in my hot car for hours wasn't an appetizing lunch idea, which encouraged her to start Googling how long yogurt can sit out for, then allowed me to get the rest of my belongings and head out. As I pulled out the driveway, my wife came out the front door in her pajamas and started trying to chase me down on foot, shouting about yogurt. I waved and left. That was my breaking point. After work, I went shopping and got myself a cheap pair of noise-canceling earbuds. From the next morning, I put them in, played some white noise. I'm not a big music guy, and went about my business. My wife kept trying to get my attention by waving her hand in front of my face as she held miscellaneous items, but it was a lot easier than normal. I've also found something that sending her on a little mission to get something will help a lot, and I wish I had thought of it sooner. Last night, she sat me down and got really angry for ignoring her in the morning. I asked what was I supposed to do, to which she responded, "You're supposed to listen to your wife." Did I go too far for taking this step?
No.
You're gonna eat the yogurt. I can eat the fucking yogurt.
Yeah.
She seems she's very ADHD.
Yeah. Two more stories.
Okay. Ooh, this one has the not safe for work.
Cool.
So that means we have to read it then.
Cool.
Am I the asshole
Let me read this one.
You want to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Go
yeah.
nuts, man.
Okay.
I'll have an Oreo.
Okay.
Another Yoshi.
Cool.
Fuck off, Nintendo.
Fucking. That should be fine.
What, you wanted one?
No.
Just trying to fix the seal.
Yeah, it should be fine.
There you go.
Alright. AITA for using the ladies' stuff only. Wait, for using the ladies' staff only bathroom. It was my second visit to the doctor for my periods. I was bleeding on my period. It was the third day. I am a heavy bleeder and my cramps are so bad that I can't even move. Anyways, after seeing my doctor, I had to change my pad because I felt like it was going to leak. I went to the nearest mall and searched for a bathroom. Okay. The first floor bathroom was closed, so they told us to go to the second floor. We did, but by then I had already started leaking.
Oh.
There was a stain on my pants.
Ew.
In a hurry, I went inside the ladies' staff only bathroom to change my pads. At that moment, I didn't see it was staff only. It took 15 minutes because everything else was already a massacre. Wait, what? 15 minutes because everything else was already a massacre. Glad that I bought extra undies and pants with me. This person's first language is not English. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of them have like a lot of grammar and shit.
After I came out, there was a security lady asking me if someone stopped me from going inside the bathroom. I said, "Why will they? It's a bathroom." She said, "Staff only, and you're not allowed to go in." I explained my situation to her, and that it was an emergency and I had to hurry up, but she didn't even care. She looked at me with pure disgust as if I did something wrong, which I know I did. I shouldn't have used the staff bathroom, but I didn't really notice and unless she told me and when I saw the board. Even after explaining what happened, she said I shouldn't have went inside. I should have read the signboard. I didn't argue any further because it was kind of my fault too. But I didn't expect her to be that way after I explained that I was literally leaking through. I know that she's doing her job. But yeah, okay, that's it.
Wow.
She's not the asshole.
No.
I mean,
do you want to pick out the last one?
Yeah.
Then? Yeah, just prick back and you can just scroll down. I think those are all the comments.
okay. Oh, heck.
Nope. Yeah. You can just...
Okay, I'm just gonna 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and okay.
Something spicy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think that security guard was a little unremorseful, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, periods are no fucking joke.
They are not. Okay. Let's see this one. It's taking a while to load. Okay. Oh, that stands for am I the asshole?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just realized that. Am I the asshole for destroying my sister-in-law's relationship with my fiance?
I'm gonna need an Oreo for this one.
Alright.
I got the star.
Epic. Alright. I have never liked how my fiance's sister acted. So, by the way, when she says fiance sister, she doesn't put like an S after fiance at all. So, I'm assuming
just
that's
bad
what
grammar?
she means. Yeah, again. Seems like no one here can fucking speak English well. Which, I mean, I'm not being an asshole about it. Am I the asshole for saying that? Am I an asshole for thinking that?
Hi, 23 male. I
should post something on here saying like, am I the asshole for thinking everyone here is dumb as fuck for not being able to speak English? Every now and then I read stories to my best friend on my YouTube channel, and I think you guys are fucking stupid for not being able to speak with good grammar.
Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole?
TLDR, I am a big YouTuber and just thinking you guys don't speak English.
Here's my YouTube channel, subscribe. I will not be responding to any messages. Alright. I never liked how my fiance's sister acted around me. She kept making jokes on how that our relationship is doomed because I slept around with so many others. Okay.
Oh!
Even though I am faithful to my fiance, ever since we started dating due to that, he became low contact to her.
Okay. First of all, if you cheat, you're gonna probably fucking do it again.
Yep.
So, yeah, keep going.
Because the urge will always be there. But today, my soon-to-be mother-in-law convinced my husband to invite her to my personal... Wait, okay. I thought that's a permission. Oh, it does say permission. Okay. But today, my soon-to-be mother-in-law convinced my husband to invite her with my permission.
Bad.
What? I need...
You need help?
It's really bad being dyslexic when you're trying to read someone's, like, words that don't know how to speak well. But today, my soon-to-be mother-in-law convinced my husband to invite her with my permission, but when she stepped foot into our house, I felt uneasy, and she never talked to me and only talked to my fiance to the point where we had to ask her why. And she said, "Oh, no reason. I just don't feel comfortable talking." I'm assuming she's gonna say you, but she says me. Okay. And she said, "Oh, no reason. I just don't feel comfortable talking to me." And she kept making jokes about me where I felt I'm starting to tear up. And even though my fiance defended me, I didn't say anything. And because I didn't want to seem to be insecure. Last paragraph, thank fucking God. She started to bring up old trauma to the point where I started to cry, and I told her to leave, but she kept saying that she's not leaving and that I'm trying to destroy her relationship with her brother. Wait, this said mother-in-law. It said mother-in-law. Why is it
Alabama? Alabama?
Okay. Alright. Trying to destroy the relationship with her brother. To the point where my fiance told her to leave. He called the cops for trespassing, and then she finally left. Then she consoled I fucking hate this. then she finally left. Then he consoled for the night, and today my sister called to scream at me because I made my fiance go no contact with her. I feel so guilty now because my fiance always had a great relationship with his sister until I dated him.
Let me try to. I just want to convince my husband to invite her over with my permission, but when she stepped foot in my... Maybe because, like, with the mom, I guess?
Yeah. Like, it was the mother who was, like, saying those things, but then, like, her sister was in the room, or... I don't know, it's just so confusing, because, like, it's implied that, like, they're the same person, I think, but then they're just, like, saying it's two different people at the same time. So...
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about. The mother-in-law invited the sister. It says, but my soon-to-be mother-in-law convinced my husband to invite her over, referring to the sister. So this was all the sister, not the mother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Because I looked at some of the comments immediately and said, like, oh, this sister-in-law did that. So I was like, yeah, I see the context.
Okay.
Well, that sister-in-law is lovely.
She's not the asshole at all?
No.
The OP'er?
No. Well, this was fun.
Yeah.
We might make this a series if you guys want.
Yeah.
Called, like...
fake Reddit stuff, where we go to different subreddits.
Fake Reddit.
Yeah.
Poster, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fake gamers read, huh?
Fake gamers come in the pants, I don't know, bye.